The museum are hosting this event, and we find every year the same people turn up, but every year we want to encourage more people. We invite the press and media, and we're also really encouraging families to come along. This invitation is open to everybody. We've got a collection of scrapbooks that were kept by a young man during the war who's now the patron of the War Memorial, John Potter, and there are 16 scrapbooks, and these tell the story of what happened in Belfast, in particular during the Blitz.
The Blitz is commemorated here every year. It's one of the mainstays of the work that's done here, interpreting the Blitz, and one of the most important and poignant features of the displays here is a continuously revolving alphabetical list of all those who lost their lives in the Blitz. There were two main raids in Belfast, but the most severe one was on Easter Tuesday 1941. Even to this day, it's never been finally established exactly how many people died and exactly the names of everyone. To give you maybe an insight into that, a visitor came in here quite recently who said that as a 2-year-old girl, she was found wandering in the rubble, and it was never established exactly who she was. Her parents had lost their lives. She was taken in and had a happy upbringing, thankfully, by foster parents.
16th of April was Easter Tuesday, and I was born at 2 a.m. My mother was under a table. My father was away for the midwife. The bombs were falling round the houses. One came through our roof, and there were 6 other children out in the shelter outside. It was a brick shelter, and mother gave birth to me, and we had to get out of the house. And we went, I don't know what relation he was to my father, but in Cumber, this man, we all went to his house. Real country man. We stayed there. How long, I don't really know, but we must have stayed there about a year, because they had to fix the house where the bomb had come in, and there's shrapnel all round the place. The school nearby was demolished. They were looking, or when I say looking, they were trying to bomb the Belfast Roadworks and Harlan and Wolves. Didn't get either the two of them, thank goodness. And we came back to the same house as we had left. And well, once life went on ordinary, it seems it did before. Not really, because you were restricted so much for what you were eating: butter, sugar, sweets. 2 sweets were like the size of Quality Street, and you had to give coupons in for this. And you had to give coupons in for your butter, your jam, your bread, your milk, everything that you were eating, you had to give coupons in.
Well, I was with the merchant service in the 50s with P&O, and of course in those days virtually everybody who was at sea had seen service during the Second World War. One of my former chiefs was in fact a prisoner on the Graf Spee, very interesting man called Graf Spee McCurry, and had led a very adventurous life. I'm very pleased to be here celebrating or at least commemorating the Blitz in Northern Ireland. I was for 7 years chairman of the Northern Ireland War Memorial, and we're really very gratified that we are now officially a recognised museum.
The story is still ongoing. I remember an elderly gentleman coming from the south of England, and he made a pilgrimage, probably the last time he might be able to do that, telling us that his parents had been killed in the Blitz and he'd been brought up in Bangor by foster parents. But he was unsure of really the background to his parents and his life at all, and he didn't realise till late in life that he had a sister who'd been fostered somewhere else, How strange, to learn things so late in life.
It is very important that these events should be marked. After all, it is such a traumatic event. 800 people were killed, and that's a conservative estimate. There were also military personnel who died. There is, after all, an importance of Titanic Memorial in Belfast, but there's no proper recognition of the deaths and casualties, over 1,000 in Belfast from the Blitz overall and the 4 raids which occurred here.
War is a time of separation and loss. It's not all we'll meet again and the White Cliffs of Dover. It is hardship and separation. But what we do at the museum, we keep the memory alive. We will never let the Belfast Blitz be forgotten.